What's up, guys? It's your boy TPP, and I'm back with that true crime talk live, baby.
Couple minutes,
Let's go.
folks. I'm going over to the presser.
It sounded like they got him, y'all. Sounds like they found him. I'm hearing reports that they found him. There's no longer a threat, so it sounds like they might have found him unalive. Crazy, y'all. Crazy.
All right, got law enforcement coming out, folks.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Yeah, sounds like they found him, y'all. Sounds like, and I told y'all if they found him, I'd pop back on. We're watching JLR right now, and I heard that News 10 is going to be playing the update.
LE.
So I'm trying to get everything pulled up. NBC 10.
Did you see that ambulance go by?
Yes. He's found dead.
I know. I
knew it, y'all. I knew
somebody
it.
was saying in my chat, and maybe the old recycling center I used to work at. I don't know where that's located relative to here, but they had that roadblock.
Let me say hi to everybody. Darcy, good to see you, Miss Darcy. Miss Pat Gaines, good to see you. Mary Jane Doe, good to see you. Criminal Meg, good to see you all. Hindsights, good to see you. Dear Aunt Dana, good to see you. Steph V, good to see you. Pat Gaines, good to see. Sassy 7, good to see you. Mab and Bessie, it's good to see you all. Dang, BM, Turtle Madness, Stony Stone. Good to see you. Dakota Parker, good to see you. Steph V, good to see you. BM, I told you guys. I told you I called this one. Yo, I called this one. Shanna Perez, good to see you. Good to see you. Man, I was about to ready to wrap my night up, y'all. Literally. And then Criminal Med just shot me a message, was like, hey, they found him. He's gone. I was like gone? And she's like, yeah. I was like, I knew it. See? I have witnesses too. I was calling Cavalcante pretty good too, though. I had a good track record on that one too. Dude, I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited they found him this way because, look, there was no death penalty in that state, right? And there's a good chance that he could have hurt law enforcement and took law enforcement out had they found him alive. You know what I mean? There was a shootout. So I'm so glad that they found him this way, y'all. So glad. Whew. I'm like, my adrenaline is going a little bit. Yeah, Pat Gaines, done, unalive. They found him unalive. Yeah, he left a note to his son, and I knew it too. I knew it from the jump. Just something didn't seem right about the whole thing.
Here, folks, there's a recycling center. So people are saying that he was.
There you guys go, the recycling center. And yes, we're watching JLR. We're streaming JLR because, well, I mean, who else are we gonna stream, baby? He's on the scene. But I'm trying to find the channel that the news conference is going to be on, the presser is going to be on right now, so that we're ready to roll with it.
I'm going to be leaving here shortly to go to the press conference, folks. It takes about 20 minutes to get there.
All right, sweet. Well, either way, guys, I'll have it queued up and ready to roll. Either way, but hopefully JLR gets there so we can watch him, because I'd rather watch it through him. I try to keep it loyal to us YouTubers, you know what I mean?
I am JLR. I am out at the scene. Looks like it was just
Let's
right down
see what you guys
here.
are saying in chat.
Seeing it in real time as far as when they were responding. I was driving through And that's when I seen these local police
Yeah.
all start positioning themselves up at these roads here. This one,
Right.
and this one. I saw it in real time. They were all zooming in, and then they pulled in. So then I pulled over down there at the mobile station. Like, what the world is going on here? And they came out with the guns, and I'm like, okay, they got maybe a new perimeter. So we're told that no more threat to the community. Shooter, according to news reports, is deceased. He's deceased. So
Best case situation, man.
Heal. Start healing.
I told you guys too earlier, that press conference, I knew that they knew at that press conference.
Okay, so I'm signing off. Stay tuned.
All right.
I'll be back in a little bit. JLR investigate.
I gotta find a different feed now. All right. Let's see. No. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good live feed that's on right now. Let's see. Criminal Med, what channel's live right now that's gonna have it? Try Facebook, Stony Stone. All right. Man, I'm hoping JLR gets there though. I'd like to replay his stuff instead. Because I know JLR don't want to strike, you know what I mean? Like, so support that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Been at work. Is that earlier press conference anywhere online I can see? That earlier press conference, we covered on my channel. So if you want to watch the replay from earlier, you can see that press conference from earlier. I'm just saying, if you want to give your boy a little extra view there. Yeah, man. I mean, what's the chances it's not? They're saying like this, he used to work at that recycling center. It sounds like it, man. It sounds like it. See, I'm only seeing, let's see. Let me try to search it under something else. Nope. No problem. No problem, Aunt Dana. No problem. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I see Criminal Med. Yeah, but can I stream him? I'm not streaming that one, but I'll stream T-Rev if T-Rev's cool with it, but not the other guy. Yeah, it's almost like they knew but didn't know. It's like I was like positive they knew he wasn't alive, but they just didn't know where he was, and they had to obviously verify it before they could tell us, right? Let me see. Let me try this one. All right, I found one.
About the note, and Sam reported on the note. There's and there was reporting that he might have been after his ex-wife.
So the press conference isn't it'll probably be a little bit before it happens. So it was supposedly 20 minutes last time we saw JLR. So we got a little bit of time before the press conference hits, y'all. But yeah, man, thoughts. What are y'all thoughts? I want to know. What do y'all thought? What do you think? Y'all think that like I was saying in that live earlier, that is schizophrenia? You guys think it was like a schizophrenic break, or what do you guys think? What are you guys' opinions, y'all? 10 p.m. Eastern. What is that, Kelly? Is that 7 o'clock, Kelly? Criminal Med? Let's see. What you call me? What? Who called you what? Mary Jane Doe. Who called you what? Let's see. So we got 40 minutes, y'all. All right, let's listen to this for a minute.
Information. That is the mission, which we're getting some reporting on that maybe he would have killed himself after that. But so he could have planned well, and he could be bunkered down somewhere.
Hasn't completed the mission.
So Map says under medicated. All right, I could get with that. Yeah, definitely makes sense. Let's see, either under medicated or wasn't on the right medications. We don't know the total history on it right yet, but like, let's say he hadn't been dealing with it as long as some other people might have been at that age. So maybe either way. Gator Hater. Okay, I heard the deceased did they find him? The JLR was close to some recycling center, and I guess hearsay is that Robert worked at a recycling center at one point, so they're thinking maybe that's where they found him. Not 100% sure. We'll know, about 40 minutes with a press conference. I'm willing to kick it up here with y'all for 40 minutes and watch his press conference. Might as well, right? Might as well. I'm excited, man. Whew, I'm excited. Let me see what else y'all are saying. Dakota Parker, he's a coward, I think. Yes, either way. Mary Jane, no, never mind. I'm just, yo, I feel you, Mary Jane Doe. I feel you. Criminal Med said, I am very relieved. Yes, 7 p.m. Cali. Okay, sweet. Y'all, I'm so relieved, guys. So relieved. I was so worried about, the outcome of this. Darzilla, good to see you. I can't believe his summer stay in rehab, only 2 weeks. Yep. Gator Hater, okay. I was on Rumble with Mom, and I saw a post, so jumped over because I knew you would be on. I knew you'd be on it. Man, I appreciate you, Gator Hater. Yeah, I'm so happy this went down while I wasn't stuck at work. I was like so worried this was going to happen while I was at work. I wouldn't be able to get on top of it. Mab said could have been late onset schizophrenia. That's what I'm thinking, Mab, with the voice thing and all that. That's what I'm thinking. And then, like I said, like I've had experience with my little brother having it, so pretty extreme experiences with it. Donna Clark, good to see you. Thank goodness indeed, ma'am. Indeed. Let's see. Okay, I'll go ahead and turn this back up, y'all.
He gave me a voice for my daughter. He bridged that connection for her and I. He gave me some.
So, they're talking about the victims.
So many families mourning their loved ones while sheltering in place. The SEALs had to join a virtual vigil to remember Josh. Jason and Safine are the oldest of the 4 kids he leaves behind.
He loved hanging out with me, my sister, watching movies. He loved spending time with us as a family. My dad was always super funny, and he loved to say, "You're just like your mom."
At one point during our interview, Elizabeth turning to address her 2 older kids.
Just want to make sure you know that he loved the 4 of you tremendously. Every morning, he loved his time with you guys, getting you to school and making sure you have a great day, telling you that he loves you, fist bumps. And he'd always wake you up, Safine, and say, "Good morning, sunshine." He absolutely adored his time with you.
Time cut short by the worst mass shooting in Maine's history.
And these interviews are understandably incredibly difficult for the families of the victims, but they say they don't want their loved ones to become just part of some statistic. They want the nation to really know the innocent lives lost. Gabe?
So important to remember those lives lost. Emily Akita in Maine. Emily, thank you. And still ahead tonight, the 14-hour standoff in Miami. A woman pulled off a roof after allegedly shooting at her boyfriend and barricading herself inside that home. Now,
hey Stoney, I just tried that link you dropped, but it's saying that's old. That's saying that that video is over.
we're learning she's a former Miami police resident turned desperate for basic
Turn
support.
this down. And then I'm also watching over here to make sure that I'm catching JLR if he goes live. Where's it at? So, because the JLR shows up down there before this press conference goes live, guys, we're gonna watch JLR's stream. Gotta watch his stream, man. I'm glad he went down there. Gator hater, I'll check back in a few. Can't whip victims right now. I feel you. I get it. Map says, I'm sorry to hear you and your brother had to go through all of that. Man, that's life, Map. Life's rough. My life ain't I feel like my life's pretty good now, but I've been through some stuff. Let's see. Now they need our prayers. 100% criminal med. Dakota Parker, this breaks my heart. I fully understand mental struggles. I kind of feel like since he was failed in getting the help, these victims were also failed as a result. Actually, Dakota Parker, that statement right there is solid. That's a solid statement right there. Glad I have the volume off on that. I don't want to be playing all that action on the stream, but I feel that statement right there. I agree with that statement. Okay, Sonny, I'll try this new one. I will try this new one, sir. Okay. Okay, yeah, that one's live. Thank you, Stoney.
I'm going to share that in the next half hour or so.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
They're on the scene yet? Okay. Alex Haskell is there on the scene. He's been in Lewiston for much of the evening, where there was actually some activity there earlier.
Right.
The superintendent of Lewiston Public Schools
that's true.
got a notice
That is true.
that the fields on the high school campus, I guess, had been closed down, and there was some kind of police presence there. They seemed to be perhaps looking for something there.
Right.
When in fact this scene in Lisbon apparently was the focus, and that's where they did find, again, Robert Card's body, according to Senator Angus King, saying that he was found by.
Not to gloat, but I just want to go on the record one more time for saying I called this one. I called it. Now I want to know about the mental health and stuff. I want to know what he was diagnosed with. I want to know all of that stuff so I can round out my knowledge on these types of situations and scenarios.
At that home on Meadow Lane, and he was bringing us all of that live coverage of police who were outside of the home. Brian and Chris, thanks for joining us at the desk here. This update, though, I know that you were here last night when that was all unfolding. We heard police shouting, and at that point, a lot of us maybe thought, okay, it could come to a conclusion tonight.
And, I think that was part of the mystery last night was we didn't really get a clear answer last night.
Right.
Alex was there and had the video in those moments when we saw police leaving the scene of that house in Bowdoin. And then obviously we knew that the search continued.
Thank you, little mama.
As we had briefings from officials today as well.
Yeah, I want to. We have Alex Haskell standing by to tell us about.
BM, he was only in the reserves. He didn't see like actual action. Him talking about voices, that lends itself to schizophrenia, and I think it was later, like late onset schizophrenia. But yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't think it's going to be PTSD. I don't think. I usually got to see some really, 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 really bad stuff for the PTSD to like trigger something crazy like that.
Healing, and everyone who has been searching in such dangerous conditions can go home safe to their families. Much more work to do, but this news means so much.
So much. And there is so much work to do in the days ahead. Chris, did you have something?
I just reaching out to as many law enforcement sources as I can to confirm this.
Yeah, meantime, why don't we go to News Center Main's Alex Haskell, who's there on the scene and can tell us what's going on there. Alex.
Hey guys, yeah, so we are in Lisbon Falls.
Yeah,
right
either
now.
way,
There's this road
sad.
behind me. That's Lisbon Street. Then across is a road called Capitol Ave, and that's blocked off right now. We have a few members of law enforcement, police from the town of Lisbon. They've blocked off this road. Now we don't know if
Dakota Parker, can they still diagnose things like schizophrenia after passing? Is there like ways to see that, like the way they diagnose CTA? Well, he was in that lockup for 2 weeks, so there had to have been some type of diagnosis or exam or something done on him. So that's what I mean. I would like to know what he, and what they know about that.
tweet from Maine State Police. It says a news conference will be held Friday at 10 p.m. at Lewiston City Hall. We encourage you to tune into your local TV stations to watch a live stream. So we are expected to hear some sort of news from them, possibly on the discovery of Robert Card's body. Again, we are along Lisbon Street. Across from us is Capitol Ave, which is blocked off right now by police from the town of Lisbon. So that's what we're seeing right now, guys. And we are just waiting to hear if this is exactly where Robert Card's body was found. This is the area where the police have been looking for quite some time.
I need your mic.
Alex, if you can hear me. You were on a scene last night that was much different from what you're showing now, where there was a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Darzo. They got to have something on record. I mean, they have to have like a description of like what he was going through, a diagnosis, something. I want to know about it though, because like I said, my speculations is schizophrenia, and it's sad because it sounds like he actually did try to get help. So I don't know. And then him being an Army reservist, I don't know where he was getting his medical care. I'm interested in that as well. I want to know if it was through like privatized medicine or if it was through like the VA. I want to know these things. All that information factors into the overall, scenario here.
We saw armored vehicles. We saw a K-19. We also saw a helicopter circling that home where law enforcement thought Robert Card was staying. That turns out not to be true, but his body has been found here in Lisbon.
That's just YouTube. It lags.
Just not exactly sure where he was found. Again, if you're just tuning in, his body was found. We are standing along Lisbon Street in Lisbon Falls, and across from me is Capitol.
Dang it. Criminal Med says may not get the diagnosis due to restrictions and release. And Criminal Med would know too. That bums me out. I would really love to know.
Quieter here tonight in Lisbon Falls, and we're fairly close to the boat launch. That is where police have been searching and authorities have been searching for Robert Card, and that's where they got access to the Androscoggin River.
So the boat launch is close to this recycling center, is what they're saying, right? Damn, that's crazy. Who's calling me this late, yo? What is going on? Don't you know I'm doing a live?
People are back out in that community tonight as the state is really having this moment to really a big sigh of relief.
Yes, for sure.
Just to put some context to what Alex just said, a very important point about the distance from where he was found to where the boat ramp was is about 1.1 miles, basically right down Lisbon Street. And it's right along the building where he's being reported to be found is right near where the rail trail parking is for Lisbon Rail Trail and Blue Ox Malt House. If you know that area, it's right behind Lisbon High School.
And that is in the area, sorry, Zach, between the two kind of roadblocks on Lisbon Street that happened Wednesday night.
Which is where you were.
Yeah, which is where I was on Wednesday night. Yeah, I could only go so far, just past the mobile station.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of his family did, Stoney. I think all of his family straight up was helping law enforcement. They weren't with it. They weren't with it, regardless of what reason he did it for.
Is where they have reportedly found Robert Card's body. And so it's just interesting that has been the main area of focus now for 3 days. And it shows that, as we were saying earlier, I mentioned you talking about the press conference this morning, that police were really laying out their strategy for searching today.
And clearly, where their efforts were going to be. And that they would be back in that area specifically in Lisbon the whole time.
All right, we're taking a live look there at the podium. in Lewiston City Hall, where we are expecting to hear from state police in about 25 minutes now. At the top of the hour, Shannon Moss messaging us.
All right, y'all. You got 25 minutes to make sure y'all ready for this press conference. You know what I mean? Got your snacks, got your drinks, all that good stuff. Go use the bathroom. Make sure you know you ready to go. Man, I'm excited, y'all. So excited. Let's see what Criminal Med said. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act equals HIPAA. Change healthcare big time. Damn, y'all bursted my bubble over here. I thought because y'all know how I like that psychology stuff. So, you know what I mean? I was trying to get that information so to round out my knowledge, these types of situations. But damn, y'all ruined it. Burst my bubble. Burst my damn bubble.
The Lisbon Transfer and Recycling Center, which is where Senator King is saying his body was located tonight.
Oh, dude. Look at that, guys. Car found right there.
Enforcement sources.
Body found down here.
Has been found.
Bet he took a boat. Bet he took a boat, y'all.
Confirmed to me just now that his body has been found. One of those sources is trying to get more information from me about where exactly he was found and the nature of that.
Yeah, so Senator Angus King is saying it was at the recycling center there where apparently he worked. That's the source that we have confirmed, as well as those multiple reports from law enforcement personnel tonight.
You know, and this is news, obviously, that is.
Yeah, let me see what Stoney's saying. Stoney's saying he's a piece of and he did not saying that all. Oh, the militia. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, of course. Regardless of what reason, either one of them, especially the militia, they ain't messing with that. All of his boys at the reserves, all that type of stuff. They ain't messing with that. Okay, Dakota Parker, I get it. I always try to figure out the why to all of these cases. I mean, that's what I do this for, Dakota Parker. That's what I do this for. I love it. That's my favorite part of it, is trying to figure things out, 15-foot bayliner. Yo, I literally called that crap, dude. I called almost the whole damn thing. I just thought they'd find him faster. Yep, a good fishing boat. Man, that's what I said, dude. I was like, look, they found the car down by the boat dock. I was like, I think he jumped on the boat, and I think he's gone. And then after I started thinking about it, I was like, no, if they don't find him within 12 hours, they're going to find him unalive. And that's what he did. He took his car down there, hit that boat, went down to the recycling center and said, I'm assuming he probably, man, crazy, y'all. So crazy.
One team. And I'm hoping everyone can take a sigh of relief tonight.
So I am now hearing from a different law enforcement source that the location that Senator Angus King is speaking of is correct.
Okay.
The main recycling core, as we've mentioned through that map, about 1 mile down Lisbon Street from the boat launch.
Yeah, I actually want to correct that map real quick. There is both the Lisbon transfer station as well as this private recycling company.
Correct.
So just want to clarify there, the main recycling corporation. And that is what we're talking about, which is different from, I'm just admittedly looking at Google Maps here, the Lisbon City Solid Waste Department. So that main recycling corporation, we now have confirmed that is where Robert Card worked, and he was found shot there, apparently in the same clothes you just saw in that image of him when he walked into Spare Time that night. And we also have confirmed that he did die by suicide. We just have that in now.
Damn, there we go, guys. It's official. Official.
With the boat launches compared to where main recycling center is. And how far was that distance again?
That was
1.1
Oh, I'm sorry,
miles.
Chris, 1.1 miles.
1 mile straight down Lisbon Street.
Yeah, so straight down Lisbon Street there.
See what else I can get for you guys.
So again, at this point, we are waiting in about 22 minutes from now. We anticipate a briefing back at Lewiston City Hall, which is where the hub of information has really been coming from for the last 48 hours. You can see it there in the small box. The podium is set up, and our Alex Haskell, of course, is live tonight. Alex, anything else you can share with us about what you're seeing where you are at this hour?
Yeah, so I'm just starting to take in, kind of where we are, a much different scene than where we were yesterday. If you remember, we were in Bowdoin. It was rural Maine. There were fields and farms all around us. But this is a busy stretch of road here on Lisbon Street.
I only heard one person. I think it was Aunt Dana. I think Aunt Dana was the only person that theorized that he was still in the city. Everybody else was like river, the woods. Even I said river in the woods. But I don't think only one person called in the city, and they were right. Just had to point that out. I just thought about that. That was good. I really thought it was going to be the woods somewhere under water.
This stretch here along Lisbon Street is really busy, as it was mentioned. The shelter in place that has been lifted, so people are back out, and this news is getting around quick. We got here not too long ago, and I think we were the second or third camera crew here, but that is no longer the case, whereas dozens of crews are now here as this news is coming in. But we are along Lisbon Street, and I think it was Chris who mentioned it.
Stony Stone going deep with the conspiracy on this one. But you think one of the militia boys got to him first and put him out? Because if law enforcement took him out, they would say it, dude, and they take a picture like Cavalcante.
They would go down the road here on Lisbon Street. So that's the scene right now, much different from yesterday when police were coming down on this home in Bowdoin where they thought Robert Card was staying.
True,
That
BM.
Not to be the case,
Very
guys.
true.
And Alex, I don't know if the photographer there can show us more of the scene where you are to just get a better idea of the sheer number of news crews there and what that street looks like. And while he does so, can you talk to us about what it was like to be there last night when police were surrounding that home on Meadow Road in Bowdoin compared to tonight? I know you've
Criminal Med, thank you. Thank you for putting me on and let me know what was going on, because I was busy when you let me know. So I appreciate it. Wouldn't have been able to pop on here without you.
So again, it was Bowdoin, it was rural Maine, and I think at one point there was around 9 law enforcement vehicles. There were 2 armored trucks. One was from New Hampshire State Police. They were all pulled up in front of this home. There were canine crews. There was a helicopter. So many members of law enforcement were focused on this one spot, and that's not the case here. It is pretty quiet, except of the vehicles driving in front of us along Lisbon Street. Yesterday, I did chat with some neighbors because they were blocked. The road Meadow Drive in Bowdoin, that was blocked off as police were conducting their operation on this home. I chatted with one gentleman, an older gentleman who was out on a drive with his dog, and they eventually parked waiting for the road to open up to get home. And he was telling me that
Dakota Parker says, I think he did it himself because he didn't want to face what he did and has too much pride to allow anyone else to do it. I agree with that. That's basically what I was saying. I was like, I think this was a schizophrenic break. And I was like, regardless if he had a point where the break, stops, where he comes out of it, I was like, if he comes out of it for a minute and realizes what he did, he's going to kill himself. Either that or he just planned to do it anyways within the break. But either way, yeah, I'm with you on that one. That makes sense. Yep. Well, that was. I didn't think he was coming back alive, to be honest with you. And like I said, there's no death penalty there unless the feds picked it up and prosecuted it properly. But him getting the death penalty was probably not going to happen. So this was the best situation. Moto Mom, just hopping on. Good to see you, ma'am. I mean, this is about as good news as we can have in this situation. Thank you for being here. Dakota was in the face. Let's see. Did I miss somebody? BM saying, hi, Miss Fred. Is Miss Fred here? I didn't see Miss Fred. Let me see. Am I tripping, or has Miss Fred got a different name than what I'm thinking? Is it just not Miss Fred? I think I got everybody. All right. Let me turn the volume back on. This press conference needs to hurry up. I'm excited, y'all. I can't wait for this thing to start.
There in Lisbon. Brooke Griffin is joining us. She's been out and really all around that area, similar area in Maine today. Brooke, what can you tell us about what you see?
Yeah, this is an incredibly different scene from what we've seen all day today. This is here at the Lisbon Industrial Park. If you're familiar with the area, it's a Lisbon street and it has the Walgreens. There's a McDonald's to our right now. We sat at this McDonald's for a little bit today. We got food here. It was completely quiet. So there were no reporters. There was no law enforcement.
100% Dakota Parker.
About 6 or so hours ago. Now, what we do know so far, again, the Associated Press, along with our own sources here at News Center Maine, have confirmed that Robert Card has been found dead, supposedly here at this recycling center, Maine, is what it's called. I believe it's.
Oh, you're too funny. Nah, feds in the bushes. Maybe it was JLR. JLR saw him from across the river and was like, didn't want to say nothing though.
Granted, a lot of these people.
Only one person in the bushes. Only one person.
See that this Capitol Avenue is completely blocked off. They do have a lot of law enforcement here at this point. They have on armor. They have long guns in their hands.
I read that wrong, BM. I thought he said feds in the bushes. Lol. Took out the dude. My bad. Oh, she's in the bushes. Why are you in the bushes, Miss Fred? Come out the bushes. This is like a chill place to be. Great conversations are had here. Come on out.
We've seen
Before I'm gonna end up, you know what? Every once in a while, I'm just gonna drop some memberships just to see who's in the bushes, y'all.
At this point. So this is a very, very developing situation. News crews are piling into this area. It is becoming much larger, really by the minute now. We are working to find out exactly how and when this happened. Now that's going to happen in that presser, hopefully more than likely. We've heard that people need to tune into this. Maine State Police, like you said, tweeting out, you need to watch. This is something that we're looking to watch just as much as you guys as well. They're sitting at home. A lot of information that'll hopefully come out of that. But again, what we do know so far is that Robert Card has been found dead. We have confirmed that. And a likely scene is here at the Maine Recycling Center in Lisbon. We've spent a lot of time here. You've seen us here, but this is a lot different than it has been before. Back to you guys.
And Brooke, I know you were in touch with several local first.
Oh, you got her on Messenger, huh, BM? So you know. So you got all the ladies on Messenger probably. So you know all the bushes they be kicking it in, huh? Thanks for outing her. Appreciate you. Miss Fred, come on out. Come on out, Miss Fred.
That's a personal one.
Yeah, so I have been talking to one of the fire chiefs in this area. I don't think he wants to be named at this moment, so I actually don't want to say what town he's from, but it is right here.
No, I don't disagree with you at all, Stoney. This is going to be lots of investigation going on here. But the other problem, too, is this ain't over right here. This is going to spark all kinds of other issues, if you know what I mean, that we don't talk about here on YouTube. So, yeah, definitely, this is far from over.
Woods. That was a big area that they were looking at. Of course, last night we also saw that house in Bowdoin that was surrounded for a period of time. There's been a lot of hits and misses so far. I think they said over 530 tips were called in at some point over the past few days. They've researched a lot of those. We've followed a lot of those here in News Center, Maine. We've been trying to keep up with law enforcement to make sure that we're there and bringing you this information. But that chief told me that he really did think that it was going to end today. This is something that he called several hours ago. He couldn't give us a lot of details because he didn't want to jeopardize.
Bro, I'm telling you guys, they knew at the press conference earlier. They knew at the press conference. They just didn't know the exact location of the body. But they knew. I knew it, dude. I knew it. It was too chill. That press conference was too chill. Everybody that spoke was just too calm. I was like, they know something. They got that note. They know something for sure. I knew it, guys. Man.
Help us out and handle this situation with us.
And Brooke is in Lisbon along with Alex Haskell, who we were just talking to. A press conference coming up at City Hall in Lewiston in about 12 minutes now.
There she is. Good to see you, Miss Fred. Thanks for coming out the bushes. You ain't trouble, Miss Fred. Well, look, it seems like all the troublemakers that come over here seem to be real good. I don't know. I don't know if I believe everybody if they call you a troublemaker.
waiting and nervous. A lot of them under shelter in place in Androscoggin and Saginaw counties, that now being lifted after 48 hours of this manhunt. We do have Chris Costa and Brian Yacono joining us on the desk. If we're able to include them here, I think Chris is wanting to give an update.
I'm hearing from friends and family.
Yeah, I agree with you, Miss Fred. I mean, I think they all kind of knew, but I knew. I called it. I called it, baby. I called it.
These days, waiting for a resolution to this.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. It's just,
oh
it's
snap!
a lot of emotions, different emotions. And it feels.
Dreamweaver, good to see you. Holy crap, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I know you might have been in the bushes or something, but man, it's good to see you. Thank you for dropping in.
But they're able to have this small piece of closure, knowing that they're moving forward in grief and that the person responsible, at least there's an answer.
Well, and I think the moment of relief for the greater public at this point is, even though the shelter in place was technically lifted this afternoon around 5 o'clock, there was still that.
See, that's what I knew, dude. When he said like we're pulling back some of the, the lockdown, I was like, you guys are rescinding some of that? There's no way. Like they know something. I knew it, man. I knew it. Let's see. So did it take a while for them to retrieve the body? I think they just took them a while to find it. I think they knew the vicinity of possibility of where it might be, but yeah, it took them a while to find it. Dreamweaver, been out of town with bad cell phone coverage. Oh man, you missed me too. Oh, I knew what you meant though. I knew what you meant. Heck yeah, definitely missed you. You're one of my OGs. You've been around for a minute, man. You were around way before I started doing live streams. That's for sure.
And also not far from the original scene.
Right.
So about 12 miles, a 20-minute drive from that original scene, spare time. Because remember here, this is the man police say walked into that bowling alley Wednesday night and then moved on to a bar and grill 4 miles away and killed 18 people. And injured 13 others.
Man.
We are just getting a statement from U.S. Senator Susan Collins tonight saying, quote, tonight Mainers can breathe a collective sigh of relief thanks to the brave first responders who worked night and day to find this killer.
Shit, all of us people that have been following this case can breathe a sigh of relief, y'all. I think we all have had like horrible anxiety for these people. I know a lot of us been dropping a lot of prayers for them, that's for sure.
And I also want to say that earlier today, I spoke to Katie Card. That is the sister-in-law of Robert Card. She was telling me that the family has been cooperating with police as much as they can.
So we got 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. Sweet.
Our hearts and prayers go out to all of those involved, and we're doing everything we can to help assist law enforcement. We've been working with them nonstop since this happened. So
Stony Sun says TPP, but where's the boat? I didn't think about that, right? I mean, there's no telling. I just theorized the boat. I mean, he might have just walked the shoreline down there. I don't know. The boat was just a theory. But whenever they asked about the boat in the press conference earlier, the LE didn't want to answer that. He said, I can't answer that right now. So that led me to think that whole boat theory was on point, but we'll find out. It could have been docked somewhere around there. That's how they might have found where he was at, is they could have found the boat docked and been like, oh, let's go look here. I found him. You know what I mean?
Family and get a little context of Robert Card.
Yeah, and I want to be careful about how we talk about this, of course, in the mental health context. But she did say it was a relatively new thing for him. This was not a lifelong situation that the family was dealing with there.
Miss Sassy, I've been here when you went live. I may or may not have went to sleep sitting on my couch. Love you, Miss Sassy.
As again, if you are just joining us here on the air, Robert Card found dead after this 3-day manhunt. He was found dead at Maine Recycling Corporation. That, according to Maine Senator Angus King, is the recycling center where he used to work. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in the same clothes he had on that day when he Wednesday night when he walked into that bowling alley. We're working to learn more information, and we're expecting to hear from police any moment.
And we've been seeing this video from Lisbon, where Alex Haskell was. This is from.
Look, I think they were starting to search in the water because 1, they found the note. 2, they found his vehicle at the boat launch. 3, he possibly has a boat that they didn't want to talk about at the last press conference. So my theory is they either found that boat docked near the recycling center, or they found that boat adrift somewhere and thought like he must have went in the water. Reality is he gets off at the recycling center, goes up there and says, "Tink, tink," you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Takes himself out. That's just my theory at this point right now. All right. I know Stoney's about to argue with me about it, but it's cool. I love the fact that Stoney's opposite on me on some stuff. It makes me think about things more. Let me see what else you guys are saying. They found the boat. That's how they found him, in my opinion, if it's all accurate. Yep, right there. Oh, damn, we agree with that one. I'm not saying that it sucks about his mental health, but mental health care here in the States really sucks. I have adult children that can't even tell a therapist that they have. Man, I feel you, Miss Fred. I feel you with that. I ain't going to argue with that one. So getting help is very out of reach. I agree with you, Miss Fred. I do. I really do. BM, thank you for dropping that, y'all. That right there, that link, you guys, I have an Amazon registry it's not for me, it's for the studio, y'all. It's for the channel. So it's like equipment I need to upgrade the studio and whatnot to do the show better. So if anybody wants to donate to any of that, I appreciate it greatly. Much love. Thank you, BM. Criminal Med said he used the boat to move. I'm with that. Dakota Parker said, I thought they said he had a boat that they couldn't locate. Yeah, but they didn't want to say that at the press conference. They didn't want to speak on the boat at the press conference. They just had. That's when I knew something was up, man. I knew it. Thank you for dropping that one as well. Yes, if you guys have Facebook, I just set up a whole new Facebook for this channel, so we have a place to be on Facebook as well. So if you do Facebook, hit me up over there. Mental health sucks everywhere. Yes, no lie. When healthcare doesn't understand something, they lock it away. Look at the sanatoriums. On point. All right, I'll shut up and get this back on, y'all. Let's listen.
A couple of things about many of those
This are victims right there.
As the night has gone on, when that news came out, we also again heard from Lewiston Superintendent Jake Langlis that Lucille Vallette had been working for the district for decades as part of the business office and mentored many people in the district. I'm hearing from more friends and family of the victims who are saying they know somebody who's I'm speaking to a particular person who lost 4 friends in one night, and is telling me they're going to go spend tomorrow with a family member who was in the bowling alley that night and was shot 4 times. And apparently that person's condition is improving, according to this family member.
And that's the other part of the conversation is, these are the 18.
I'll add you, Dakota Parker, after this live, I'll add you.
Were victims, were direct victims, had injuries, and certainly their stories and their situations, we have a lot to learn about of what they went through and what is ahead for them. And then kind of there are the victims of the others who were there and escaped.
Right.
Here we go, guys. We got JLR on the scene, baby. Thank you guys for letting me know that it was starting, or at least they're getting it ready to get going. Ruby Joy, thank you. I'm glad JLR made it there, guys. I'd rather use his broadcast than everybody else's. I feel like I'm supporting YouTubers. You know what I mean? We should support each other that way. Plus, I know he's not going to strike me either, so that's comforting. C thought he'd be hiding in boat and found there. In my opinion, I was wrong, obviously. Either way, the boat was involved, y'all. Boat was involved. I do believe. I believe. Man, JLR is up in the mix.
Yeah. For Mike open?
Yeah.
Yes. And then go to the podium when the news conference begins, right? Have it open now, please. Check in. It's open.
It's over there. Like where she is right now.
There it is.
Yes, I hear you. Okay, I'll try and keep it. All right, we'll do.
Man, I feel like we back in the Cavalcante days, guys. That's what it feels like. I feel like we back in that on that ride. You know what I mean? Late night. Well, I mean, not that late over here, but it's late night for some of y'all, right? Late night excitement. Oh, Cavalcante days for sure. Having flashbacks, y'all. Straight up flashbacks. Stony Stone says, let me turn this volume down. Stony Stone says, I believe the boat was involved to TPP, and that's the reason they couldn't locate a couple of days ago. For sure. For sure. I'm with you on that. Miss Fred says, it's only 7 p.m. for me, Lowell. Same for me, Miss Fred. So you a West Coaster like me, huh? Throwing up that West Coast, huh? Nice. I wonder where our other West Coast buddy is, Mab. I wonder where Mr. Mab is. I know he was in here, right? I think he was in here. I think it was this live. Maybe it was last live. I don't know, man. I get my lives mixed up sometimes, y'all. They all running in together now. Phoenix. All right. I got some peeps out in Arizona. My good buddy, he's a chiropractor. He lives out in Scottsdale. And then my personal trainer is actually in Phoenix. Yeah, he's a cool dude too. Dakota Parker says it's 8 p.m. here. I'm trying to slowly remember where everybody's from, but I can't. Why can't I? Wyoming. That's right, Wyoming. Dakota, right? Wyoming. I think I remember that. Wyoming. Let's see. You haven't seen Map tonight? I think it must have been my last live that he was at. He usually shows up to most of my lives for, even if it's not the whole live, he usually comes in and says what's up, sends the love, spreads the love around. Oh, my cousin up in there making some food. Let's see. K. Marie. Good to see you. And I am a West Coaster from SoCal. Nice. I am also a West Coaster, but I am from nasty Kern County, Bakersfield, California. I'm not actually from here. I've just spent most of my adult life here, some of my childhood, but technically from a little bit farther up north in Cali. Criminal Med said he was here earlier. That's what I thought. I knew it was either last live or this live. Yeah, my mom lives in a way nicer place, Miss Julie Delk right there, at least as far as California goes. Yes, sir, Wyoming, low 3 miles from the Utah border. I knew it. Because as soon as you said Wyoming, I was like, I love that place. I haven't been there. I just fell in love with it through, massive amounts of research and animal stuff and this and that throughout the years. Know a bunch about it. I definitely need to go visit it for sure. BM Turtle Madness 9 there in Texas. Man, another place I need to go visit. Go do me some bass fishing there. What is it? Is it Table Lake? I think it's called Table Lake. Let's see. Central Cali. Dreamweaver 9 p.m. for me. 9 p.m. Damn, where are you at? 9 p.m. You like back east? Or not that far back east? Can't be that far back east. Huh. Let's see. I'm not far, a couple hours away from Ventura. Okay. Damn, you are SoCal. Let's see. I don't know if I could do SoCal living. It's a little much for me. Miss Fred, I can't wait to leave this crap hole. I hate it here. Yeah, I feel the same way about where I'm at, Miss Fred. I'm trying to get out back. I want to go back east to Tennessee. I thought about like, well, I don't know. I thought about like Wyoming and Montana, but I don't know if I want to move there until like I don't know, a little bit more into the retirement stage. I think back east would suit me well, so I can at least get some more fishing and hunting and stuff before I get to where I can't. Let's see, ski country. Yep. He offed himself in the yep. Darzilla 9 here in Tennessee. Yeah, man, that's the destination right there, guys. If I had it my way and I could make it happen, I'd be in Tennessee. But right here, that's my runner-up. I know, Louisiana's a little dicey. I know, guys, I get it. But one of my good buddies lives there, and I fell in love with New Orleans. So Louisiana, as far as back east, that would be my runner-up. Let's see. Dakota says it's amazing, but if you don't like cold, definitely try for June, September. No other months. It's too cold. It didn't get. Dang. I could deal with some cold weather, but I am definitely used to this hot ass weather from out here. Let's see. Are they almost starting? Are they coming out? Let's see. Let me get some volume over here and make sure we ain't missing nothing. I think they're just getting stuff prepped still, guys. I think we got probably a little bit more to go. Yeah, Baco sucks. You're right. Miss Fred says, I have a junior year in high school. When she graduates, we are out of here back to the South again. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Fred. I'm trying to do that. Yep, ski country. You guys are going to Tennessee, Miss Fred? Can you take me with you if I just, you know what I mean? Can we coordinate this? I'll just go with y'all. I'm trying to get out of here, man. Let's see. Darzel said, come on, we can go real. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I want to go to all the lakes and rivers, all of them. It's going to take me a while. There's a lot of water out there, but all of them. Oh, I know. I was peeping that earlier, or not earlier, but out the window just a few minutes ago. Let's see. Raleigh, North Carolina. That's the place to be. Beautiful year round and very nice. I mean, most of the places back east, are nice. If you come out here to California right now, especially since we've had all the drought, man, I'll tell you what, all that, you guys, it's looking nice out there no matter where you're at. Yikes, Miss Fred, not Eastern Tennessee. Criminal Med, Asheville is gorgeous. I don't want to tell you guys where I'm planning on Tennessee, and not because I don't want you guys to know, but because I don't want other people to know. So, but I'm just going to say it is beautiful. South Louisiana has great fishing. Well, I know, and it has gator hunting, and then you're not that far from the coast. I can go freaking saltwater fishing. Louisiana pretty much is like a sportsman's paradise for me, but I could still live in Tennessee and enjoy Louisiana. And then also Tennessee isn't that far from the Outer Banks. And dude, I'm telling you right now, I want to go fish the Outer Banks. There are some good fishing in Texas. Yes, there is. But did you know that they don't have any natural lakes in Texas? They're like all reservoirs. I tripped out on that. That was a crazy fact. All right, guys, I'm going to shut up. Looks like they're rolling in. Or maybe not. No. Gator Hater, currently looking for property, Tri-City area. Nice. We're on a red flag fire watch for the next few years. Yep. Yes, we are. Let's see. Asheville is on your list. There's a lot of places in Tennessee I want to go visit when I'm living there. I'm going to hang out for sure. I used to fly out of Los Angeles twice a month. Damn. I I mean, I appreciate SoCal, some places there, but I couldn't live down there. It's a little crazy. I don't even like Bakersfield, to be honest, though. Kate Marie, I get scared during fire season ever since Thomas Fire happened. That's funny. Thomas Fire. A bad joke. My bad. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a cool dude. The Mr. Ski, yeah. He's a cool dude. I was thinking about it, Criminal Med. If he had an afro, it would be perfect. His name with the afro would be perfect, Criminal Med. I'm just saying, if you think about it. Or a great costume, Halloween costume. I'm just saying, it would be cool. Come on, man. Let's get this thing cracking. I'm excited to hear the details, man. Dang. I knew you liked that one, right? You gotta tell him I said he's gotta dress up like that. It would be great. I mean, you know what I mean? You don't even have to change his name. It would be perfect. And he seems like, for some reason, he would have that chill vibe about him. You know what I mean? Let's see. Gator Hater. There's also we're looking up. All right, you guys are. Ooh, man. Yeah, you know what though? Honestly, look, check it out. There's a lot of volunteers up in this chat. A lot of Tennessee volunteers up in this chat. Maybe I should be asking you guys if the spot I want to go is a good spot. Because I mean, to be honest with you, it's not like I'm really honestly that worried about people pulling up on me. Yeah, screw it. For all of my Tennessee people up in here, the place I'm thinking about moving is called Sparta, Tennessee. So any of my Tennessee people know where Sparta, Tennessee is? Let me know what you guys know about it, because I've done a lot of research. One of my best buddies lives there, and that's my spot. That's my dream spot, y'all. So if any of you all know anything about Sparta, Tennessee, let me know. I mean, outside of research I've done on my own, I've done a lot, but let me know what you all know about it. These folks in Maine are really slow and strange on pressers. Yeah, they're pretty thorough on the pressers, though. I will have to say that. There's a Go Bulls. The family calls him Rent-a-Bob. That's so funny. Rent-a-Bob. Oh, come on, though. He's got to dress up like that. Criminal, he's got to dress up like that one time. It would be so dope. Straight up Bob Ross afro and everything. Like, it would be so dope. Little palette, get him a little paint palette, Criminal Man. Get him the afro. And perfect. He'd win costume. He'd have to win awards on that one. In the Heat of the Night was based off there. I know that. Oh, she's. Are you serious? I love In the Heat of the Night. Why doesn't that register? Why doesn't that register? I grew up on that. I love that show. You just bringing up that name of that show just made me want to watch reruns of that show. Damn, that's such a good show, guys. In the Heat of the Night, that was a lit show. I know I was a little kid, man, when that was in its prime, but man, I loved that show. That was a damn good show. Imagine that, right? Mom, crime show. Grateful Dead ripped. Thank you for keeping the chat caught up, Stony Stone. Man, guys, the only problem with doing these quick pop-up live streams is it doesn't give me time to set up the other platforms. I have to manually set up each one of those other platforms every time I go live. They don't go auto live from StreamYard the way YouTube does. At least those two platforms don't. Spoiler alert. You're too funny, Stoney. You're too funny, bro. Here's Stoney. Stoney gave a spoiler alert for that right there. Angela K, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Darzilla said, don't know anything about Sparta. I grew up in Nashville, now about an hour west of there, ready to go east, closer to the mountains. Only thing I know about Nashville, outside of like the obvious country, all this country stuff, country music stuff, right? The only other thing I know about Nashville, I've learned from watching Ryan Upchurch videos and him like breaking down what it's like there. Outside of that, I don't really know that much about it. I have some family that live there now that have recently moved there within the last, 2 years. And they love it there. They love it there. So I don't know. Definitely plan on visiting there, spending some time there. Definitely. I like to listen to live music, and all that good stuff. And then I heard that's the spot right there. Stoney says, use OBS. You could have 5 or more. Ooh, I know, Stoney. I need to really figure out what platform I like, because right now I can only stream from 3 platforms with the level of StreamYard that I have. I have the first level at $25 a month level. Are they rolling in? All right, guys. All right, here we go. It's go time. Thank you all for being here with me on this one. Yes, but Stoney, I said Sparta. Oh, thank you for adding to that, Angela K.
I've been here. I was here first. I'm not
Thank you.
I've been here first.
Thank you for sharing that.
No, you're rude.
That adds to my knowledge base.
Sitting here for a half hour. You move over.
JLR. You hear him? JLR is fighting for a spot, y'all. My man. Tell him, JLR.
He is dead. I called.
Oh, come on.
Senator King from the comments, Representative Pingree, and Representative Golden. Commissioner Sasha will describe the circumstances of that discovery in detail in a few moments.
You guys, I'm going to use a different feed. We can't hear that very well.
I've informed Senator King, Senator Collins, Representative Pingree, and Representative Golden. Commissioner Sawchuk will describe the circumstances of that discovery in some detail in a few moments. But this discovery is entirely thanks to the hundreds of local, county, state, and federal law enforcement members from all over, and people from other states as well. People who searched tirelessly to arrive at this moment.
Yo, they're having tech difficulties, guys. Everybody is.
People, I want to express my profound gratitude for their unwavering bravery and determination and fortitude, and for the leadership of Lewiston Police Chief St. Where'd he go? Yeah, that guy. Lewiston's Police Chief St. Pierre. Like many people, I'm breathing a sigh of relief tonight, knowing that a card
Bye, Dream
is no
Reader.
longer a threat to anyone. I know there are some people, many people, who share that sentiment, but I also know that his death may not bring solace to many. But now is a time to heal. And with this search concluded, I know that law enforcement continues to fully investigate all the facts so we can bring what closure we can to the victims and their families. And I ask that all Maine people continue to keep those families and all of the people impacted by this tragedy in their thoughts and prayers. Lewiston is a special place. This isn't us. Lewiston is a great place. It's a close-knit community of fine people, people with a long history, a history of hard work, of persistence, of faith, of opening its big heart to people everywhere. And tonight, the city of Lewiston and the state of Maine begin to move forward on what will be a long and difficult road to heal. Thank you. And again, my deepest gratitude. Gratitude of all the people of the state of Maine, to these wonderful members of law enforcement who came from all over to help us solve this crime and put closure on this investigation. Robert Card is dead. Now I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Sasha.
Can you all hear? Give me some ones if you guys can hear.
Thank you very much, Governor. We truly do appreciate all of your support. I think it's incredibly important that the next person that speaks this evening is Lewiston's chief law enforcement champion, and that is Dave St. Pierre. Dave.
Thank you, Mike. And thank you, Governor, for allowing me this opportunity.
Thank you,
bear with
Dorzilla.
me, please. I certainly did not have much time to prepare a speech here. I want to say to everybody, thank you so much. Our community can now breathe a sigh of relief, as the governor stated, and I can't echo that enough. Our work again is not done here. I was very elated tonight when I got the call from Commissioner Sawchuk advising me of the revelation of what took place and that Mr. Card is deceased and no longer a threat to our community or any other community. I just don't want to forget the families that are grieving and will continue to grieve. I don't want to forget the law enforcement officials that have worked tirelessly throughout this whole event to come to a good conclusion. Our men and women of the Lewiston Police Department, of all of our surrounding agencies, we have with us Chief McGee here from Lisbon, where Mr. Card was found. This is vitally important to all of us that this conclusion came to light tonight. We're gonna grieve for the families that lost loved ones here. Continue to work. We're going to persevere, and we become better people for it. In terms of working together as teams, we've learned a lot from some mistakes. We've won a lot of accomplishments this evening. Again, I wasn't really prepared for this on a Friday night at 10:30, but I'm very happy to be here and very happy to say the threat is over. Thank you.
Did you see a reaction from your officers when they got the news of this? Your officers working this case.
Sure. So our officers are being notified now as we speak. Some know obviously sooner than others. There are many that are still home. They're home with their families. And I'm quite certain at this point in time, we all know about this. This is something that all of our law enforcement personnel, ours and any surrounding community, has been paying very close attention to in awaiting positive news or good news. And this is by far the best news we've had in quite some time.
Thank you. Was there any belief at this time that the suspect was dead before finding him, or did this come as a brand new revelation that you never saw coming before this?
So our reality here is that the search has been extensive. It's been thorough. It's been nonstop since the minute we started speaking with you and long before that. So all of these options are on the table, as we knew. We continue to search locations, in some cases multiple times. And we will have more information about exactly how this went down. We're going to have another briefing tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And I would please encourage you to think about next steps from your end, information that you would find important. And I will say that this is not going to be a long Q&A this evening. We wanted to make sure that we got this information out as fast as possible and as responsible as possible. And what I mean by that is that the time between the notification of the press release and now, there wasn't a lot of details there. There wasn't a lot of details there because we wanted to talk to the victims' families. We wanted to say, this is coming. It's important that they heard that information as close to first as anybody else. And you know who else we called? Was the family of the suspect. And they lost a loved one in this scenario. And there were many of that family.
I'm sorry, Angela Kay. I'm sorry. That is horrible.
Those conversations tonight before joining you here. We also got a chance to spend some time with the brothers and sisters of law enforcement and our public safety partners that have been so incredibly helpful over the last few days, to say the least.
The reaction for the families, sir.
So right here, sir.
Where exactly did you find him and when exactly did you find him?
So at 7:45 this evening is when Mr. Carter was located. I won't give you an exact address. It was near the river along Androscoggin in Lisbon Falls was the actual location. Ma'am, did you have a question?
Body found from the location where you were.
Ma'am, did you have a question?
When did police think he died?
That all remains to be seen, right? So the reality is that we found that body at 7:45 and it's 10:25 now. So there continues to be a lot of work that needs to be done here at the scene with the medical examiner's office. So there's a much more follow-up to what happened. Sir, if you have a question?
Any indication that he had an accomplice and how was he found?
I won't be able to answer either one of those questions at this point. Accomplices and things of that nature, we've had no indication of that since the very beginning. But as we've talked about before, these next steps are going to gives us an opportunity to do things as fast as we can in the sense that we want to provide closure and information, but also slow things down a little bit because we need to look at video evidence. We need to look at the various pieces of technology that are in play here in hopes that gives us some additional information.
Miss Jeannie Ange, thank you for dropping in. Much love, ma'am.
We understand that he was found at the recycling center working here previously. Well, can you help us understand more? Have you searched previously this recycling center and not found anything? And in addition to that, we understand that possibly he may have recently been fired from this recycling center. Can you answer that?
Yeah, I'm happy to take a look at that information in hopes that I can get that back to you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. That remains to be seen. Again, we have attorney generals that we need to work with and other individuals that are in play here. I'm going to take a couple more questions again with the mindset that it's 10 o'clock tonight. And we do want to come back tomorrow morning.
You lifted the shelter in place this afternoon. So why this afternoon were you just looking for remains? Or, how did you make that decision to lift the shelter in place?
Yeah, sure. So I think that that was an ongoing conversation since the minute we actually put that in place. We knew that was an important decision. Certainly from our perspective, it made complete sense to put that order in place immediately based on the violent nature and the traumatic nature of these crimes. And as things progressed over the next few days, since Wednesday to now, we've had a lot of conversations with various town and city leadership, with the governor's office, with Chief St. Pierre, with business owners, with residents, and we have to have that balancing act of pluses and minuses. And we had that initial surge with those communities, and those communities made perfect sense for an order. And as things tended to slow down, we didn't have any immediate threats. We made the decision to back off that. I would also just want to mention this because a fellow commissioner had asked me to do this, and I could walk out of here forgetting it. But Commissioner Camuso said that and passed along that actually that hunting restriction has been lifted as well. So the resident hunting opportunity for tomorrow is open across the state of Maine to include those 4 communities. So a lot of phone calls that she would receive around that. Right here.
There are reports that he was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Can you confirm that?
Yes, I can confirm that. It's an apparent self-inflicted gunshot.
Commissioner?
Yes. Sorry, I just want to follow up. You searched that area before, as I understand it. Can you explain why he was only found this other time that you searched this area? Just explain that.
I didn't state that we searched that
No,
area.
our reporting says that you searched this area before.
Okay.
So just follow.
I was there yesterday when they were searching.
Zircon, I think he's been dead for a minute, to be honest with you.
We can confirm one way or the other. So your reporting can say something one way or the other, and that's fine. We can talk about that again tomorrow morning, but I think we're done taking questions for this evening. Thank you very much for your patience.
Commissioner, what was in the suicide note?
Okay, we're all set. We're all done.
You've been watching the latest briefing.
All right, let's jump back over to our boy JLR's. See what he has to say. See if he catches us any action. Damn, it's grainy though. Oh my lord. My boy needs to get a hot spot or something.
So there you have it, folks. JLR investigates back at the scene.
All right. I'm not gonna sit here and play JLR stuff. He's not gonna have much more to tell us that we don't already know. But y'all, man, that's it. It's a wrap, guys. It's a damn wrap. And I'm just glad, y'all. I know I came out here and I was like, oh, I was right. But to be honest with y'all, I'm just happy it ended like this. I'm just happy that we didn't get any law enforcement officers injured trying to apprehend this dude. I'm happy that the legal system and the taxpayers don't have to pay to put this man through a trial where he's not going to get the death penalty. So, I mean, in all honesty, this is about as good as it gets as an outcome. So I'm super happy for that. Prayers for all the victims, all their families, and in all honesty, prayers for his family too, because I mean, any family who has a family member that does something like this, the type of shame that it brings your family and the type of shame that you feel, it's unexplainable, y'all. Unexplainable. And it's another thing I can tell you I have personal experience with. I can 100% tell you that. Maybe not something this big, but big enough. Let me see. He was the worst. He has the worst service. I know it was pretty bad. That's why I had to leave. I would have used his stream if it would have been good, but it just wasn't. Yeah, no, thank you. No more fear for the families. Yep. But definitely, y'all throw some prayers up tonight for all them people. Definitely. And Miss Fred says, thank you for having me. I'm going to bed. Miss Fred, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I gotta go ahead and, like I said, get ready for bed. I got work in the morning, and I'm probably not gonna be able to make that conference at 10. I'll probably still be stuck at work, but I have a live plan for tomorrow. So hope I'll see you all back here tomorrow. You know what I mean? On Saturday for a little Saturday time, little family time over here in the Piscine gang over kicking in the lagoon. But that being said, guys, I'm not going to do the usual shout outs. I'm going to let you guys get out of here. I can already see most people are bouncing. I know there's another place everybody wants to be right now. But that being said, all my links for donations, for my social media, for my email, everything to get a hold of me in any which way, it's all down in the video description and over in the channel description. That being said, much love, you guys. Yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. Till the next video, right? Though, till the next video, it's your boy, the Real Piscine Predator, aka TPP, baby. And until the next video or the next live, I'm out, y'all. Much love. Peace.